Hello and welcome back to Battletech 3025, brought to you by Commando Gaming and Battletech Battles. We're continuing our series on Battletech 3025 as we move towards our goal on twitch.tv of 1,000 follows. So please check out our twitch.tv at Commandogaming1 for the opportunity to follow us and also join us while we play live. So thank you for joining us to the stream and video, and we're going to jump right into the action here. We've got a battle all set up for us. Against some pirates in the city, so we'll give everybody a few minutes, minute to join, and then we'll get right into the action. As I said, we're pushing hard for our goal of getting to 1,000 follows on Twitch in an effort to grow our channel. We're going to have a giveaway at 1,000. All of our followers will be eligible to win a free pop that will be shipped directly to you. So if you're interested in that, please check out our twitch.tv channel, Commandogaming1. And give us a follow, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. So let's jump right into this battle. Alright, here we are in the lovely city. Alright, so we got some targets on the other side of the city. Alright, so for this particular mission, we're taking a Battlemaster, Grasshopper, a Jaggermech for fire support, a Cyclops for command and control, and 2 Phoenix Hawks for flanking and scouting. Alright, entering combat already. Alright, so let's try to get our Phoenix Hawks on 2 different sides of the enemy so we can do some flanking. In our mech company, we're certainly taking advantage of our new recruits and making them responsible for scouting to gain some experience. Let's move up this Phoenix Hawk here. We got an AC-2 carrier here, so we definitely want to get this thing off the field as quickly as possible. That's a good start. Whenever anything is labeled a carrier on this game, you definitely want to try to take care of it quickly. Because it will actually, it has significant firepower, and it will be relatively easy to take out. So it looks like we're starting out with some vehicles here. That's that pirate support lance. Looks like it's going to be a vehicle support lance. I don't know. Sometimes I do feel like I would rather be up against mechs than vehicles most of the time, because mechs you can actually break parts off of, whereas vehicles you pretty much have to destroy the whole thing to get the weapons off the field. So definitely a situation where you pick your battles there. let's get our flankers out here doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is flanking. We'll have them positioned before they have to generate heat from weapons fire. Alright, we got our first mech. Vision on our first mech here, so let's see what we got. Probably do a little jump about here, just to stay evasive, see what we're up against. Alright, so we've got 2 lances of pirates and a support lance, so we're 12 against 6, so that's a pretty fair fight. Alright, so we got this enforcer here. I'm going to use a precision strike early because I want to get that enforcer to try to, or at least get distracted by our Phoenix Hawk there. And also try to get rid of that cannon on his arm. Alright. Our Grasshopper is not going to be able to engage this round, but we can certainly try to make it evasive, at least. Alright, our Jagermech can get into position here. Alright. See, we can get some shots in on that enforcer there. Pretty good hit percentage from this distance. Want to thank our newest follower, Peronita 600-101 has followed. Thank you for joining us in our race to 1,000. We're hoping to get to 1,000 follows by the end of the month, so thank you for joining the stream. Alright, let's fire at this enforcer at long range. And this is really what you want a Jagermech to do. You want it to be in the background, sniping, providing fire support at long range. That's what they're really designed to do. People get frustrated with Jagermechs when they don't keep in mind that really that's what they're meant to do. So let's, this Demolisher here has 2 AC-20s, so we got to get this off the field as quickly as possible. Thank you for the follow there. Alright, let's push up this Battlemaster. If we could get this Demolisher off the field right now with those 2 AC-20s, I would be very happy. No problem. There goes that Battlemaster. So we got 2 more vehicles left, and then it's going to be mechs the rest of the way. Unless we get some reinforcements. Alright, taking some shots at our Phoenix Hawks, but they're highly evasive right now, so unless they get a lucky shot in, we should be okay. Unfortunately, these Phoenix Hawks are squishy, so if that lucky shot does happen, as you can see, our Phoenix Hawks are losing evasion, but the enemy's also wasting their ammo on those less threatening mechs. Ooh, darn. That's a hard hit on one of our Phoenix Hawks already. Alright, their Enforcer goes after our Battlemaster. Not a problem there. Laser carrier. Probably want to try to finish off these vehicles here. See if we can get in. Good shot on this weapons carrier here while staying evasive with our Phoenix Hawk. There we go. There we go. There goes that laser carrier. Mech does not have a shot here, so we might as well sprint it out to where it will have shots and give it some evasion. Alright, let's start moving our Cyclops out to where it can get its PPCs in range. And we'll take a good shot at this laser carrier here. Good hits there. Thank you for joining us for our stream here. Really appreciate it. We'd love to make this an interactive stream for everybody, so please feel free to hop into the chat room, give us some commentary, give us some feedback. You know, I've been playing this game for a long time, but I'm smart enough, like any good mech warrior, to be appreciative of any feedback we can get here. So, let's see. Alright, what do we want to do here? Alright, I want to keep this Phoenix Hawk super evasive because we've already taken some hits. Also try to work into the flank here. And one of my favorite things, this Phoenix Hawk has decided to get on top of a building. So we don't have the firepower to take the building out, but so in that case we should probably take a shot at something we can actually hit here. So yeah, we'll take the shot at the cicada. Ooh, our Enforcer's getting some structural damage into our Battlemaster already. Might have to armor that up again. Thank you for the follow. Murielin79 is now following. Thank you for that. Really appreciate the support as we try to get to 1,000. Followers by the end of July. That would be a huge success for us. So we really appreciate everybody giving us a follow. Alright, let's get that laser carrier off the field. Alright, so now we're back to 8 against 6 if you're keeping score. So we need to pull back our Battlemaster a little bit. It's a little too early for us to get a whole bunch of damage. Not the best hit percentages here. Let's, even with the precision strike, it's not the best, but the snub-nosed PPC should get us some hits. Oh, no damage. There's nothing worse than using a precision strike and getting nothing out of it. Alright, our Grasshopper is going to get beat up here. Hopefully this Awestruck, yep, the Awestruck's going to go after the Phoenix Hawk. It's got really high evasion. That's one of the reasons you want to have some lighter scouts when you're able to take some extra mechs. So they can basically stay evasive and draw some fire. Ooh, that cicada actually is going to be in a good spot there in a second. Alright, we got a Shadowhawk in the background. No enemies here that I don't think we can handle. We just got a lot of enemies all at once. Ooh, but that Phoenix Hawk made a mistake of getting in melee range of our Grasshopper, let me tell you that. Alright, let's get up high. Get that Phoenix Hawk evasive. Let's see. Alright, I think we should actually work on this Phoenix Hawk here. Alright, let's get our Cyclops into a position where it can engage with its PPCs. Thank you to everybody who's joining our stream. We'd love to get a follow. We're doing a promotion right now. When we get to 1,000 follows, everybody who's a follow is going to be entered into a drawing for a pop, a Funko Pop. So if that interests you, please join in. Or sign up, I should say. Alright, this Phoenix Hawk is going to be hit pretty hard by our Grasshopper next opportunity. Alright, I'm going to have our Jaggermech keep working on that Enforcer. Breaking down its armor. Ooh, ha 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 ha. Alright, so we can actually do one of my favorite things here, which is a nice little jump to stay evasive, and then a nice backstab into the back of the cicada here. Nice. Ooh, alright, Grasshopper. Alright, Phoenix Hawk is running out of evasion there, but should be okay. Alright. Alright. Originally I was going to go after the Phoenix Hawk with the Grasshopper here, but I think we're actually going to go against the Enforcer. Alright, we got our Battlemaster. Let's push up our Battlemaster here. Good hit percentages. Thank you for Gondolazilla 2303 for giving us a follow. Really appreciate that. Alright, let's actually hit the Phoenix Hawk here. Good hit percentages before the Phoenix Hawk gets evasive again on us. Nice. Alright, we got a Crusader. It's going to hit our Grasshopper hard there. This is one of the challenges when we're up against two lances at the same time. We're going to take some hits along the way. Oh, lucky shots there on our Phoenix Hawk. We got a situation with our Phoenix Hawk. Alright. Rafiko Bed, thank you for the follow. Alright, this is getting serious now. Alright, we're gonna have to get creative here. Alright, we're taking some hits. Alright, I don't particularly like to push our Jaggermech up here, but I think we need to take some enemies off the field here. So let's do a precision strike on the arm of this Enforcer. Try to get rid of that AC. There we go. That gives us a lot more options if we want to not worry about that AC for a round. In fact, that might be not the worst idea. If we can just get this enforcer on the ground, or more. Love to get an ejection here. Come on. Doesn't look like we're gonna get an ejection there. Alright. Alright, so I'd like to do a little jump here with our Phoenix Hawk. And then one thing we can do is we can actually we can only use one laser here. And we missed the building. How do you miss a building? That's what I'd like to know. Oof. I'd like to know how you miss a building. Alright, Beetle. Beetle, my man. You need to get up. We need you to be evasive right now. I don't even care if you shoot. You need to get evasive. Alright, stay evasive there. Looks like we can get one shot in on this Phoenix Hawk while we stay evasive. Just try to be a distraction, Beetle. Beetle's holding in there strong. Thanks to everybody who's joining the stream. Let's hear some chatter in the chat room today. I'd love to hear a number of different things. For example, what is everybody planning to do on the holiday, given the fact that we can't actually engage in what we would normally do on the 4th of July? I think it's an interesting discussion. Let's get our grasshopper behind this building here for a minute. And we can actually make that Phoenix Hawk pay for getting on top of that building. There we go. We got knocked down, leg injury, and a pilot injury. Very nice. Always use the environment when you're in these urban environments. Really want to make sure that you're taking advantage of that. Thank you for Fixel Nikia 17. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly for the follow. Alright. So. Alright. I want to keep our Battle Master back a little bit. I want to take a couple enemies out here while we can, without getting too close to the enemy. So let's see if we can finish off this Phoenix Hawk here while it's on the ground. Close. Can we get an ejection? Oh, I thought we'd get an ejection there. Grasshopper's really getting hit here. We got two enemies that are about to go down. Let's see what this enforcer does. I would guess melee on my grasshopper. Or he might just be happy to stand up. Oh, no. Alright, that's not too bad. You actually could have done more damage there if you did melee. So, I'll take it. Alright, we need our lights to keep causing, our scouts to keep causing a distraction back here as much as we can. Alright, keep working on this Phoenix Hawk here. XXXX Anna XXXX, thank you for the follow. That's a very interesting name. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Alright, let's Alright, we can actually split our fire here, so let's do that. Use our Jagger mech here. And let's just split the fire between these targets and see if we can finish one or maybe both of them off. Nice. There goes the Enforcer. And there goes the Phoenix Hawk. Can I get a cheer from the audience from having a 2-for-1 kill there? Always love to see that. Let's actually pull back our Cyclops a little here. Try to do some damage at range here. Ooh, that Griffin's still on top of that building. You know what time it is then. I love this move. Nothing I love more than taking down a building with an enemy on top of it. Not only is it fun, but you do more damage usually, and you have a very high hit chance at hitting a building. So it's a real win-win. Alright, let's keep our Phoenix Hawk jumping here. And since that Griffin just fell off of a building, let's focus on making him uncomfortable. Alright. Nothing like falling off a building to make someone say, what? Maybe I should get a new line of work, am I right? Alright, we got a follow from Cisco 1983. Wonder if he's named after Cisco from Star Trek. One of my favorite characters. One of my favorite darker characters in the Star Trek universe. What are we going to do with our Grasshopper here? He's going to get beat up if I just leave him there. So can I... You know what? Let's actually do a sprint with our Grasshopper for a turn. Just try to get him out of the fire for a round. Be nice if we could take out a couple more enemies here at long range. That's horrible hit percentage. It's not even worth the precision strike here either. Alright, we'll just take the shot without a precision strike. Hope we get lucky. Oh, we took out a building. Hopefully there wasn't anybody living in there. Oh no, is that building going to go down? Alright. That's my biggest concern whenever I put a mech on top of a building is, will the building survive? Our Battle Master is really getting hammered. Thank you everybody who's joining our stream. Alright, let's what can we do? Let's give this Phoenix Hawk something in their rear to constantly worry about. Even if our Phoenix Hawk isn't shooting a lot, it's still keeping the enemy distracted. Can't even take a shot here, so we're just going to, we'll take a vigilance here. We have an advantage with long-range firepower right now in this scenario. So let's keep pulling back a little bit take advantage of the fact that I have more long-range firepower than these guys do at this point. So let's keep hitting them at long range, see if we can whittle down this number of this enemy force. Because we have so many mechs that are already have some damage. Alright, you know what, let's... Can we get... Try this. Alright, and then can we target this building? Yes, we can. It's not going to be enough on its own to take out this building. But if we can get someone else to get a shot on it, we can actually get that Shadowhawk knocked down to the ground. That would be nice. Ouch. We just have lots of enemies here. They're going to keep going after our Battle Master. Gonna need to try to get that behind a building. Can't just play cat and mouse for too long. At some point we got to say we're taking a stand. But not with this grasshopper, because this grasshopper is in rough shape. So what I want to actually do is let's sprint the grasshopper again. What I would like to do is have the enemy pass the grasshopper so we can actually use it. We're going to have to move our Battle Master back. We're going to have to tank with our Jagger Mech, which is not what I like to do at all. Alright. Yeah, ended up hitting that Crusader. Or not. Alright, they're targeting our Cyclops. That's actually what I would like to have happen right now. So I should probably push forward with my Cyclops. Just accept the fact that he's going to get beat up a little bit here. It's probably the smart way to go. Got some good shots into the rear of this Crusader. I'm actually going to make this a precision strike. Nice. Oh, Maddox7 is now following. Thank you for that as we try to get to our goal of 1,000 followers by the end of July on twitch.tv. Appreciate the follow there. Pull the Jagger Mech back. Oh, we got another follow. Mesust Q04, thank you for following us. Really appreciate it. Alright, we're going to have to keep working on this Awestruck here. We got some solid hits in there. Alright, Beetle. We need you to take somebody out. How about a little jump down here? Get into this rear of the Cicada again. Beetle should be able to take care of the Phoenix Hawk. Oh, that Griffin's on top of the building. Oh, this might be an opportunity for us to use the Grasshopper again. One End on Styles, thank you for the follow. Alright, so now is a good opportunity for us to use the grasshopper. This is going to be very aggressive, but now that that griffin is on top of this building, let's take the building down, give the griffin some significant damage. There we go, 140. That was a great opportunity to use our grasshopper there. Alright, let's push forward. We got to push forward here with our Cyclops. And let's go for this awestruck here. Awestruck is holding in there pretty good. We've been giving it some pretty good hits, and it's still standing. Alright, let's keep moving our Battlemaster back. Best we can do is take a shot at the Phoenix Hawk. That's a miss. We need to just take a couple more enemies down. Going up 12 against 6 right at the get-go on this mission definitely beat up our mechs pretty good. Alright, they're going to keep going after the Cyclops. Alright, we really need... Where'd that cicada go? Is that the cicada? No. Where'd that cicada go? We had a cicada back here. Alright, we'll come back to that. Alright, Alright, let's do a jump into the rear. Ooh, of that Shadowhawk. I think that would be a good idea. Alright, we're going to lose some evasion here. Now, one thing I don't understand is why it costs so much heat if you're jumping down from the bottom of a building. Does anybody in the stream know that and can answer that in the chat room? I mean, theoretically, you should be using less heat while you jump off of a building. Alright. Completely missed that shot. Alright. Beetle, where did that cicada go? There was a cicada. I'm not crazy. There was a cicada. Alright. We don't see the cicada right now, so let's get into the rear of this awestruck here. Even if we can just do... Oh, we can't even do one laser. Alright, let's do a brace for a round. Alright, we're going to have to keep the Jagger mech here. We just use a little evasion. Yeah, we're going to keep hitting this awestruck. Alright, finally we got some structural damage on that awestruck. He's about to lose a lot of his weapons, actually. Alright. Alright, this is getting real. Losing some firepower here. Let's actually push forward with our grasshopper here. Let's do a precision strike. Let's get this griffin on the ground. Nice. Lots of damage on that griffin. Can we get an ejection? An ejection right here would be really nice. No. He's gonna stick it out. That's the type of pilot I would like to hire. For sure. Oh, there's that cicada. There's that cicada. You sneaky son of a... You know what? precision strike here. See if we can get an injury and take off some weapons on this Ostrich. Nope, no luck. Alright, we gotta take our chances here with the Battlemaster. Get him back into this action. Ooh, there goes an arm? No. Almost lost the arm. That would have been really nice. Alright, the Grasshopper keeps getting beat up. Hang in there, Grasshopper. Really going after a Cyclops here. We need some kills here. We need some kills. Alright, it's time to get a little bit more aggressive here. No jumping here with our Phoenix Hawk. We're just gonna beat up as hard as we can on this Ostrich. See if we can get him to bail out. Alright. Do the same thing here, just a quick little jump. One shot on this Ostrich, and we miss, of course. Took away some evasion, though. Alright, Jaggermech, it's time for you to shine and go to the front line, which is not what we want by any stretch of the imagination normally, but let's do a precision strike and get a knockdown, hopefully on this Ostrich. There we go. If we can get an ejection, that would be lovely. Yes, alright. Alright, 4 against 6. But our mechs are in bad state of repair right now. Ouch. Alright, that Shadowhawk's on top of a building. You know what that means. Building, bye-bye. Oh. Nice damage on that Shadowhawk. Alright, that Cicada put itself in a tough spot. Grasshopper, see if we can finish off this Griffin. Ejection or incapacitation. Nice. Pilot incapacitated. Good job. Ooh, alright. Pilot injury. That's why we have lots of young pilots that are cannon fodder. And I mean that in the best way possible. They're cannon fodder, but we love them. Right. Go for the Shadowhawk here. Oh, nice hit. Let's actually do melee on the Cicada. And Beetle cannot do melee. Alright, we're actually going to have to jump Beetle here, no matter what it does. Ooh, we got a leg on the Cicada, very nice. Mazuzem06 is now following. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining our channel as a follow. Really appreciate that. Trying to get to 1,000 follows by the end of July. And we're going to have a fun giveaway. We're going to have a pop that will be available to everybody that's subscribed when we get to 1,000. So that'll be fun. It's going to be Avengers themed. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. I got to tell you, as somebody who's a huge Avenger fan, you know, I'm so excited about possibly getting some Avenger content at some point in the near future. Alright, we're going to take a risk here with our Grasshopper, make it a bit of a target, try to keep it evasive. See if we can hit this Shadowhawk. Try to break down that armor. Right, that Cicada's up. What's it going to do? Went after the Phoenix Hawk that actually had the most evasion, even though there's a Phoenix Hawk with no evasion right in front of it. Go figure. Alright, Battlemaster, try to not get too much damage. The odds say to go after the Phoenix Hawk here. Ooh, nice hits there, actually. That worked out pretty good. Ooh, hard hits on our Cyclops. Hang in there, Cyclops. It's not good when your Cyclops is the one that you're using to tank. That is definitely true. Let's use our Phoenix Hawks to get rid of this Cicada if we can, just to get this guy off the field. Ooh, good hits there on the Cicada. Right next to the pizza sign, very nice. Noki Slayer, thank you for following us. We really appreciate that. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers by the end of July, so we really appreciate that. If anybody's enjoying this and they can't afford it, I know times are tough right now. We are trying to save up for a blue screen, so a couple bits would really help us out here and help us improve the quality of our streams. We've already added a new overlay to our streams, so a green screen would really help us out a lot right now. Alright, let's see if we can get this Shadowhawk on the ground with a nice precision strike on that leg. There we go. Very nice. Oh, injury ignored. What is that? Maybe we can pick up a cockpit mod once we take that guy out. Oh, we're going to have some significant repairs to do here. Oh, he overheated. The Phoenix Hawk overheated. I love it when an enemy overheats and actually does more damage to himself than they do to you. It's hilarious. All right, let's keep hitting this Phoenix Hawk while it's overheated. Oh, I thought we'd do more damage than that. Oh, hang in there, Beetle. Hang in there. Alright, let's see if we can finish off this Shadowhawk. The Shadowhawk still has lots armor in its center torso. Let's be aggressive here with the Battlemaster now. That Phoenix Hawk is overheating. It's not going to be able to shoot at us, so we might as well just come in here and just spam this Shadow Hawk. There we go. There goes the Shadow Hawk. Very nice. So we just have a Cicada and a Phoenix Hawk to finish off here. So, alright. This was a tough battle for sure. Going up against 12 enemies all right off the jump is always a headache. Alright, I don't care about salvage on a Phoenix Hawk, so let's just go center torso here. See if we can get him to either eject or pop. Alright, and we're just going to let our Phoenix Hawk have some fun with the Cicada. Alright, that should be it for the Cicada. Yep, there goes the Cicada. Alright, let's finish off this Phoenix Hawk here. This has been quite a battle. We're almost up to an hour on this one battle. 12 against 6 in the city can take a long time. Especially when we're trying not to lose any of our mechs. Well, shouldn't we always be trying to lose not to lose mechs? Yes, that's true. Good hits on the Phoenix Hawk there. Alright, Grasshopper deserves to get in here and get the final shot. Finish him off, Grasshopper. There we go. 12 versus 6 in the city, done. Right. The good news is we should get plenty of salvage. The bad news is it's all medium mechs. I mean, I guess the Ostruck is a heavy, so technically we could get some heavy parts, but you know, there's nothing here that we want to turn into a mech, but we can certainly sell it off as spare parts at the store. So there's that. Hope everybody's enjoying their 4th of July. It's a little different than what we've seen in the past. We can't have fireworks in most areas, but we'll try to give you some fireworks here on the stream if we can. You know, as someone who spent 7 years in the military myself, it's always a pretty significant holiday for me on many levels. And a quick shout out to everybody in the armed forces that can't be with their family today, because even though most of us are in situations where we can't go out and have fun on the 4th of July, we're still with our families for the most part. So hats off to our servicemen and women who are not able to be with their families right now. So, alright. So, yeah, we're going to take lots of Ostruck parts, unless there's some weapons that are... I will actually take these medium lasers. Ooh, plus PPC. Yeah, we're going to take that. I need those more than I need Ostruck parts right now. So then we'll take Ostruck parts, and then we'll see what else we get. We got an Enforcer part, a Griffin part, 3 Ostruck parts, Phoenix Hawk parts, Shadow Hawk part, AC-20, and SRM 6++. Yeah, not too bad. We did get actually a fair amount of plus weapons out of that mission. We're going to have some significant repairs to make, so we'll do that next. And then the good thing is we've got plenty of mechs at this point and plenty of pilots, so we can jump right into another battle here. Shift click to sell. Huh. So can you? I never noticed that before. Shift click to sell. So can we sell them before they go into our inventory? Like instead of them going to our inventory, they just go to the store. It's kind of interesting. Section more, or maybe he's saying shift click in the mech bay if you want to sell the parts. If anybody knows, let me know, or we'll just give it a try. Yeah, thank you for everybody who's joining our stream on twitch.tv, Commandogaming1. If you're watching this on YouTube as a replay, please check out our twitch.tv for an opportunity to watch us play live and interact with us. Just a reminder, everybody who's watching the stream, please feel free to say good morning in the chat room. Give us any feedback, any commentary. Tell us what you're doing for the 4th of July. Tell us what your favorite mech is. If you have any questions about Battletech lore or mechs, I'll certainly try to field those as much as I can. I'm a pretty avid reader on the subject of Battletech off screen, so I can try to answer questions, or if somebody has a question and I don't know the answer, I can try to find it for you. I'll never claim to be a wiki, but I can certainly help you guys as much as I can. Alright, we got some repairs. Alright, so we can build an Awestruck. Yeah, we'll do that just to sell it. We can build a Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, we'll do that just to sell it. We can build a Griffin to sell. Alright. Let's get our repairs going. Hopefully it's not going to take too long. Some of these mechs are some of my favorite mechs. I love the Battlemaster. I might have to refit this Battlemaster. I'm going to take off these small lasers and add another ton of armor, because it feels like this Battlemaster gets beat up quite a bit. Now, of course, I do have it in the front line, but still, for the fact that it has durability all the way up to here, it feels like we're getting structural damage really quickly. So let's do that. That'll take us 4 days. All right, let's see. Our Cyclops is very important. I want to get this back up and running as quickly as possible. And we lost a bunch of heat sinks. So it looks like they got some lucky shots in on one of our legs. Heat sink. And oh, LRM ammo. We got to replace that. No point in having LRMs if we don't have LRM ammo. So let's. You know what? I'm not sure if I want to replace that. Yeah, I guess I do. I've never had a problem running out of ammo with the Cyclops, though. Alright, our poor Phoenix Hawks got beat up pretty good on that battle. Alright, let's fix these Phoenix Hawks. And somebody asked me why I was putting some of my more powerful medium lasers on the Phoenix Hawks. And the reason that you want your Phoenix Hawks, if you're going to have them jumping around trying to distract the enemy and flank, which is what I use them for, you want to have your flankers do enough damage that they're going to distract the enemy from your frontline troops. One of the ways you can do that, even if a mech can't carry a lot of weapons, is you can give it the best weapons that you have available. And that way, for example, if you put on a medium laser that has additional chance for critical injury, or has the ability to have some accuracy, for example, it's really going to benefit you because the enemy is going to have to take those threats just a little bit more seriously. Check heatsink. Alright, so that Phoenix Hawk will be ready in 2 days at least. We're going to put that to the top of the queue so we can at least have one additional mech with us. Alright. That grasshopper is not going to take that long to fix. That's good. Love me some grasshoppers. Alright, so we're going to put our Phoenix Hawk up to the top of the queue. Move the grasshopper up as well. I'd like to get the Cyclops. Actually, I need the Cyclops more than I need the grasshopper. Technically, I need the Cyclops more than I need the Battlemaster, but we'll leave it at that for now. Okay, let's queue up a mission. I don't need to see you, Yang. I need to come up with a new mission. So let's see if we want to do a blackout mission. Those are usually fun. Dangerous incursion. This is against House Davion. I don't know if I want to go against them because they're basically my favorite house right now as far as reputation. But we've done so much work for them that I don't think it'll actually hurt us. So let's do let's do this battle against House Davion here. It's a 3 skull. I should be able to handle that with only 4 mechs. So let's max out our salvage. Those of you that are watching, do you feel kind of a conflict like I do when you have a house that you're working for a lot, but you don't exactly have an alliance with them, but I still, want to stay friendly with them. Let's take our Victor. So take a Grasshopper Victor, keep our Jagger mech in there, and for fire support, let's take a Guillotine here. All right, we don't. I mean, technically, we could take another mech. You know what? We'll take a dragon. The dragon is basically going to be our scout, since all of our light mechs and medium mechs with jump jets are out of action. So we'll use the dragon here as our scout. I think that's a good way to go. I could take 2 more mechs, but that's really overkill for a 3 skull mission. So let's deploy that. All right. This is actually a good opportunity for a quick bio break for me. So since we've been streaming for about an hour, so it's going to take about a minute or 2 for that to load up. So I'm just going to take a quick break. Please stay here, guys. Again, please follow us if you haven't done so already to get entered into our giveaway. At 1,000 follows on twitch.tv, we're going to give away a pop. We will mail the pop to you personally, get your information confidentially offline, of course, and then we'll send you a pop. So enter to win. There's a couple different ways that you can increase your chances. Obviously, follow will be greatly appreciated. We also keep track of cheers in the chat room, bits, obviously, and subscribes. So each time you interact with our channel, either through follows bits, donations, subscribes, or cheers, you're going to increase your chances of getting that pop. So not only that, you're supporting the channel, so we really appreciate it. We're also trying to save up some money for a green screen right now. So I'll be back in about 2 minutes here. Hopefully we'll be loaded up by then. Be right back. Alright everybody, looks like we're close to getting loaded up here. Thanks for sticking through the load. I know some people pop in and out of games as people load up, so no problem. I'm sure some of the people that stepped away will be right back, just like I'll be right back. So stay tuned. As soon as this loads up, we'll get our mission in. Thanks. Alright, I can see we're almost ready to go. Got myself a fresh cup of coffee. Always a requirement for those of us that want to keep track of what's going on in the battle space. Those of you that are watching on the stream, how are you guys handling coffee now? I mean, for most of us, yeah, you can go out to Starbucks, and I know some people that still do, but I've actually found that when we were in full lockdown the first time with this COVID-19, I actually found out that I can make coffee just fine on my own without spending the extra money at Starbucks or Coffee Bean or various coffee places. So I don't think I'm going to go back to those places anymore. I've found that I could be a pretty good barista all by myself. So what's everybody else doing as far as their coffee? That's one thing I absolutely need in my life, is I need coffee to stay functional. So speaking of functional, while we're waiting for this to load up, let's take a look at some of the people who have recently followed us. Again, No Key Slayer, thank you for the follow. Mahuzmo06 is followed. Thank you for that. One and on Styles has followed. I think I missed that during the stream. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that. Maddox7 has followed. So we really appreciate everybody's efforts to interact with our channel. It's all about you guys. 100% of our proceeds for any streams are going directly back into our streaming efforts, whether it's with a new green screen, which we're hoping to have very shortly. We're well on our way to our goal to having the money for the green screen. Also, we put our money obviously into games when we have an opportunity. So really appreciate that. We got a new followed by Linda531. Thank you for following us, Linda. Or Lida 351, 531, I should say. Thank you for that follow. All right, shouldn't take that much longer for us to load up here. It always makes me suspicious when the game takes a little extra longer to load up. What's up the game sleeve? Now, whenever the game is in an urban environment, which we're in right now, since the planet we're on is mostly an urban planet, it's going to take a little longer for it to load. In addition to that, anytime you add additional mods, I have several mods added to this game. We have the 3025 mod, I have the mission control mod, and a couple other secondary mods. So every time you add mods to the equation, it also increases the load time for your games. So, all right, here we go. Begin mission. Let's get into it. This is what you guys are here for, right? Some robot stomping action. Let's get into it. Come on. Come on, game. Let's finish loading up here. Don't freeze on us now. Don't freeze on us. I'm going to be very frustrated if we have to do a reload right now. There we go. Definitely probably something up the sleeves of the computer if it took that long to load up the opening screen. Okay, so we've got some friendly units, vehicles that are going to help us. They're not as helpful as you would think. I've found especially enemy friendly vehicles just kind of drive around. They don't really head towards the enemy. They're not very useful. All right. My superior sent me to provide you support. My people will engage targets alongside you. Once we've eliminated them, we'll proceed to our own LZ. Okay, good to know. All right, so the enemy is pink. At least one enemy lance is pink. That might have been one of the reasons that this game took so long to reload. Sometimes when there's a problem, oh, that's the supporting forces are pink. Okay, got it. Alright, I'm so used to fighting on the side of House Davion that I have to remember House Davion is the enemy in this scenario. Alright, Phoenix Hawk. At least the enemies targeting our support units, at least so far. Hatch Tamlin, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Right, so we have a lot of units on the field right now. So that's going to slow things down a little bit. Alright. At least till we start knocking some of these enemies out. Oh, we're way behind. So, alright, so our allies are actually going to be taking a lot of the fire for the first couple rounds here, which is fine with me. That's less damage to my mechs. Torres Grinds is now following. Don't we all grind? I mean, we've all had games where you have to do a lot of grinding. You could argue in Battletech you have to do some grinding, right? In career mode when you're like, oh, I've got to grind through a couple 3 skull planets today. But it doesn't really feel like grinding in Battletech as much as some games. I remember when I used to play World of Warcraft a lot, that game was just a ton of grinding. And it wore you down after a while. You're like, oh, do I really have to spend 2 hours grinding on a couple things that are super boring? But sometimes some games, especially online multiplayer games, are actually designed to maximize grinding because it keeps people online and spending money. So there is a method to the madness when it comes to those online games. You know, and it's kind of testament to the fact that World of Warcraft is still going strong. And that game, geez, let me do the math here. That game came out, what, 15 years ago? 17 years ago? And it's still going strong. So, I mean, you have to give the people who make a game that can still be going 17 years after it comes out, you have to give them a lot of credit. And that's why people get so invested in some of these games that they just play them forever. I would argue I'm pretty invested in Battletech, so I'll probably be playing this for quite some time. But obviously we mix that up on the channel. For example, right now we're playing Hard Space Shipbreaker quite a bit. So if you're interested in that game, please keep an eye out for our streams. Oh, alright, this Phoenix Hawk is sitting on top of a building, so you know what that means. Bye-bye, building. Haha. Nice damage on that Phoenix Hawk. I love taking out mechs that are on top of buildings. It's a lot of fun. You get to blow up a building. I feel bad for the people that are in the buildings, but, you know, I guess since we're mercenaries, I guess I shouldn't care about that. But I like to just think that everybody knew in advance about this mech battle and they all evacuated. And they apparently left all their vehicles just sitting on the street. But, you know, it's a video game. I love that they're just beating up on my allies right now. Oh wait, ensure government forces reach evac zone. One must survive. Uh-oh. I just missed the fact that at least one of these our friendly mechs has to survive. So we need to push forward and take some of this fire. Most likely their dragon will survive, but I need to push forward and take some of this fire, unfortunately. We have an enemy support lance and an enemy lance to take out. Alright, so we need to sprint our forces forward as much as we can here, especially our grasshopper. I don't want to necessarily push our Jaggermech forward. That's the worst thing we could do, but fortunately you can get into this fight already. So, horrible hit percentage on this assassin, but at least we're shooting 4 AC2, so we'll at least get a couple of hits here. Yeah, we got a couple of hits. I wouldn't mind getting that assassin, actually. I could use some assassin mech parts, because that would be a decent scout mech for us here. Alright, can our dragon get into this fight? Not yet, so we're actually going to sprint up our dragon so we can take some of this enemy fire. Alright, Tempest. Same thing with our Victor here, so let's push our Victor forward because it's got an AC 20 on it. So there's no... So when we're playing the 3025 mod, alright, so we got more enemies coming. So now we're up against 12 enemies. So we need to take out some of these enemies first, before that second enemy lance comes. Our third enemy lance comes. Alright, let's get cracking on this enforcer here. Alright, let's actually do precision strike. See if we can knock down. I was shooting for the legs there. Didn't work out. Wanted to try to get knocked down on that enforcer. Alright, at least we have an archer to help us. I didn't know that archer was back there, so at least we can help that archer survive. Oh shoot, except the archer's under fire. Okay. Our archer should not be pushing towards the enemy like that. That's not good use of the archer. Oh, already structural damage on the archer. I don't know if we're going to have a good shot of keeping these supporting forces alive. They're taking a lot of damage before we can even get into this battle here. So we'll have to see what happens. Alright, let's get into this now. Let's get into this. Alright, Grasshopper is going to push forward. Noonie is now following. Thank you for the follow. Ooh, alright, so we're going to hit this Phoenix Hawk really hard with everything we got. Nice. Good hits there. We just want to get enemies off the field right now. I'm not particularly worried about which enemies we take off the field, but we got another enemy lance coming, so we are going to be outnumbered to the extreme very quickly here. Alright, let's get our Jaggermech under some cover. Alright, so we're going to try to get a 2-for-1 here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some shots at the enforcer. We're also going to take shots at the building that it's on top of. As you can see, our hit percentages go up really high on the building. So let's see if we can get shots on the enforcer and take the building down. There we go. Kind of a 2-for-1 deal there. We're going to get knocked down on the enforcer. as well as significant damage to the Enforcer. Very nice. Nice combo there. Definitely got a 2-for-1 damage there. Alright, our dragon. Let's actually push up with our dragon and do some melee on this Phoenix Hawk while we can, while it's not evasive. Very nice. Save some heat there as well. Thanks to everybody who's watching our stream. Really appreciate it. Really excited about all the follows we're getting as well. Well on our way to 1,000 follows for our Twitch channel. Twitch channel can be found at twitch.tv, Commandogaming1. Those of you that are watching this on YouTube, please check us out. All right. So I'm going to be the first to say this is going to be overkill, but I'd like to get an enemy off the field right now. So AC-20 and all these weapons against this Phoenix Hawk is not going to be good for the Phoenix Hawk. There we go. All right, enemy off the field. Nice hits there. All right, here comes the enemy. Those extra units we expected. We need to take them out as well as complete our contract terms. You know what, Darius? If you had told me that we were expecting 3 enemy lances, I would have taken more than 5 mechs. So, Darius, we're going to have a conversation when I get back to the Argo, because I'm not happy. If you had this information, why didn't you tell me about it? All right, that Enforcer is ready to go. All right, so we're up against 12 enemies now. We have our 6 mechs with us. Plus we have some allies, but our allies have to survive. So are the allies really helpful, or are they more frustrating for us because we have to keep them alive? I would say they're more frustrating than anything else. All right, is that? Oh, a hatchet man. Okay, so we got a hatchet man on the field here. Hatchet men are really OP when it comes to melee, which is what they're designed for. So we don't want to get too close to that hatchet man. You know, some people, when they watch my videos, they're like, why are you so obsessed with getting rid of the hatchet man? And I'm like, because that hatchet man, if it gets in close to you, can really wreck you. So that's why. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Guillotine. All right. Showboat, I want you to finish off that Enforcer while it's down on the ground. Can you do that for me? Good. Very nice. All right, so we got 8 enemies at this point, if my math is correct. That Orion needs to go down at some point. Wouldn't mind getting Orion parts, actually, so that's not bad. There's actually some pretty good salvage on the field right now. Alright, one thing I can do, if we can send the Grasshopper after this Orion, it would actually be a pretty good matchup for it. Waninka12, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Alright, so while our Grasshopper's trying to get into position to take on that Orion, it's got really good hit percentages on this Phoenix Hawk. So let's overheat it. Very nice. All right. I actually want the Jagger mech to start working on this hatchet man. If we can do a precision strike on the hatchet for the hatchet man, that would make me feel a lot more comfortable if we can maybe take that off. All right, need another round to maybe take off the hatchet man. And then if you take the hatchet off the hatchet man, it's really not that big of a deal. Ooh, all right, let's keep doing melee here with our dragon. Very nice. See, we kind of set up our allies to hopefully finish off that Phoenix Hawk maybe for us. That would be nice. All right, we got a Marauder. That would be some good salvage as well. All right, our Victor. One of the beauties of our Victor is it's really kind of a little overpowered. Not in a bad way. So you know what? We're going to go in very aggressively with our Victor here. Let's do a precision strike on this Marauder for one of the legs. It's one of the weak links of a Marauder. That didn't work out like I had planned, although we did take a lot of armor off with that Marauder, so that's a good thing. Ouch. They made Weasel Cakes pay for being so aggressive with the melee by getting some shots at its back. Alright, at least the Hunchback didn't go for Weasel Cakes as well. Oh, there goes another ally. Not good. That's my biggest concern here, is that our allies are going to get destroyed before we can finish off these enemies. Alright. Alright, I think we just want to keep hitting this Phoenix Hawk just to get an enemy off the field at this point. Ooh, that Phoenix Hawk is running hot and it keeps shooting. It gave itself more structural damage than it gave us shooting at it. Go figure. Alright, we're gonna actually, we can do a round of melee with our Grasshopper before we get to the Orion. Alright, there goes the Phoenix Hawk. That's good. Alright, that's another enemy mech off the field. That enemy Orion is overheating, which is great because it's probably the biggest threat on the field right now. Alright, so our Jagger mech as I said, is going to focus on taking the hatchet off that hatchet man. So let's take another group of shots at that hatchet, see if we can take it off. Almost lost the hatchet. Once the hatchet man loses its hatchet, then it's not really much of a threat. Alright, dragon, let's go in for melee here on this Orion. Let's keep it unsettled. Willie Pimp is now following. Thank you, Mr. Pimp, for joining us on our stream and giving us a follow. Really appreciate it. Alright, let's see what we got here. Ooh, alright, so we can actually move our Victor here. AC-20 to the rear of the Hunchback. If this hits, we're going to do a lot of damage to this Hunchback. Let's see. Alright, there we go. One hit kill on that Hunchback. That's why I did that. The enemy's passing up on good opportunities to hit my Victor in the rear. Because their AI has been told that if they beat up the supporting forces, they're going to win. So they're kind of ignoring us to go after our supported units. All right, our Grasshopper should be able to finish off that Orion. So let's actually shift everybody to work on these other enemy units here. So we got, can keep working on the Hatchet Man. Really dictates we should go after this Marauder here. Especially if we can get knocked down or take out one of the legs on this Marauder. There we go. So the enemy was actually smart with its Marauder and retreated because it knows that that leg is about to get taken out. So every once in a while the AI does things that I have to say, you know what? That's exactly what I would have done in that scenario. It's not often, but it does happen. Alright, they're going to keep taking out our allies. We only have one remaining ally left. Not good. We might lose this battle even if we win. But, alright, so our Grasshopper should be able to finish off this Orion here because it's overheated, and we're just going to keep overheating it to keep it from... Alright, we got shut down on the Orion. Very nice. Right, that Archer is the only friendly mech that we have left, and it has to survive. So we need to be super aggressive here. Alright. I normally don't put my Jagger mech in the line of fire, but let's do it here. Let's go after that hatchet man with everything we got. Try to get rid of that hatchet. Alright, let's push up our dragon, also to be a target. And we'll hit that hatchet man again. There goes the hatchet on the hatchet man. So now the hatchet man we can kind of ignore a little bit. He still has a small laser and can do melee, but not nearly the threat he is with that hatchet. See, I've got more friendly units, so I don't know why it's saying that that archer has to survive for us to win. Alright, got an armor breach there, that's okay. Right, our Victor, this is the beauty of it, the Victor, they're just kind of leaving the Victor in a position where we can do these one-hit kills. Can we get an eject? No. I could have gone for the Centurion, and that probably would have been a one-hit kill, but that Marauder is the bigger threat. Alright, they finally counter the fact that my Victor is just shooting them in the back. Finally, which is good for us because we need to keep that archer alive. So that does benefit us. Alright. So we're going to hit this building to knock down that Griffin. Hopefully. There we go. Nice. Nice damage on that Griffin. Our dragon's getting beat up pretty good. But that's okay. That's kind of what the dragon's there for. Dragons don't have a lot of firepower, but they can take a lot of damage. They have pretty good armor for their size. Alright, we're actually close to wrapping this mission up, I think. If this archer can stay alive. That's what we really need here. Alright, so let's see if we can shut down this Orion again or destroy it. No, not quite. We didn't shut it down. But it's on its last legs, that's for sure. Oh, it went for a back shot on our dragon. That was pretty much a kind of like a suicide move. Dismotro, thank you for following our channel. All right, let's keep moving up our Jagger mech. Again, I don't like to do this with the Jagger mech, but yeah, we gotta make some smart decisions here so we can actually get hopefully a knockdown on this Marauder here. Maybe we'll get an ejection. Alright, good. We got an ejection on that Marauder. That's nice. That's a lot of their firepower. Alright, Weasel Cakes. Alright, Weasel Cakes. Let's move up here. And Weasel Cakes can actually hit the Centurion very hard in the rear, so let's do that for sure. See how these ally vehicles are just kind of hanging out in the background? They're not even helping us. Ooh, that archer finished off that Orion. Very nice. So now we can move our Grasshopper into the rest of the fight. Let's do multi-target here with our Victor. We're actually going to hit this building that the Hatchet Man is on as well. Alright, good hits on the Centurion. Nice structural damage on the Hatchet Man. And the Hatchet Man got destroyed, so very nice. Alright, we got a little bit of heat damage on our Victor, but it's okay. That was worth it because we took the Hatchet Man out and did a lot of damage to the Centurion, so that was definitely worth it. Alright, let's push up here. I thought we destroyed the Hatchet Man, but it's still there. Alright, let's solve that right now, hopefully. Alright, there goes the Hatchet Man. Alright, we should have 3 more enemies to take out here. Ooh, hits on our Jagger mech. That's why we want to keep the Jagger mech to the rear, but we had to keep our allies from dying, so we didn't have a lot of choice there. Alright, let's get our Grasshopper back into this fight. Alright, precision strike here on the Centurion, just to get a knockdown. Would be good. No. Alright, we got a pilot injury though. Can we get an eject? No, no eject yet. That Centurion is close to being done. Let's see if we can finish off that Centurion. Alright, there goes the Centurion. Okay, so we got 4 more enemies left. Alright, we're going to take a risk. With our dragon here. Nice hits on that Centurion. Ooh, got knocked down on that Centurion. Very nice. We're actually pretty close to wrapping up this battle. Alright, our Victor's overheating, so all we can pretty much do is do melee here. Finish off the Centurion, hopefully. Come on, eject. You know you want to eject. There we go. Alright, 3 more enemies left. Alright, Griffin goes after our Victor. Not too bad. Alright, let's push forward with our guillotine. Alright, now that Griffin should have at least 1 bad leg. Oh, it has 2 bad legs. So let's see if we can get knocked down on this Griffin. Nope. Not enough. Still a little structure left on that leg. If both PPCs had hit that leg, it would have gone down. Alright, they're going to keep beating up on our Grasshopper. That's okay. That's what a Grasshopper is there for. in reality. Alright, this assassin has good evasion, but we've got lots of medium lasers, so see our supporting vehicles are just kind of cruising in the background, not providing us any support whatsoever. Jaggermech cannot take... Jaggermech is not built to take this kind of damage. But it is built to knock down the enemy. If we can get some shots on those legs... No. Those legs have to be hanging on by a thread on that Griffin. Oh, finally we get some fire support, maybe? It has a Gauss rifle. So that tank that's just hanging out in the background, not helping us, has a Gauss rifle. Alright. Alright, let's make sure we get our dragon facing the enemy here. I can't believe we can't take a leg off this Griffin. I don't know how many times we've shot at that Griffin and its legs are about to come off and we still can't finish it off. Alright, our Victor's cooled down now, which is really bad news for this Griffin. Alright, finally. Alright, we got a knockdown. Pilot injured. Oh, that assassin's running now. Can't say I blame him. Solklana, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Alright, let's... do I want to hit that Marauder? I think we want to do that just to get sensors impaired on that Marauder. I can't believe that Griffin has both of his legs still. Alright, Griffin's going in for melee on our dragon. Not the worst situation, actually. Alright, let's see if we can chase down this assassin with our grasshopper. Good thing is it didn't jump, so it's not evasive. Let's actually do precision strike here. The assassin has like no armor to its rear. There we go. There goes the assassin. Alright, just two more enemies. Ooh, we actually got some fire support from that Gauss rifle. Right leg down. Knockdown. Finally, we get some fire support. Alright, let's take advantage of that. Alright. Let's actually hit the Marauder. Try to maximize salvage on that Marauder. Another pilot injury on that Marauder. Will it eject? Yes. Alright. So all we have left is this poor little Griffin. Alright, there we go. That's all she wrote. Skala Kalagug is now following. I know I butchered your name, but come on, that name is just made to butcher. But we really appreciate the follow. So on that note, we successfully completed that mission. So we're actually going to end the stream for the day. We'll be back later on with some more streaming entertainment for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Please follow us, and we'll talk to you soon.